Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Desiree, and thanks for clicking on my video. So I have never been more excited for a brand to come out as I have this. This is Flesh. I have just been obsessively like, when is it coming out? What do the products look like? I don't know if you guys know Linda Wells. She's the creator of this brand. She's also the founder of Allure magazine. She was editor-in-chief for over 20 years for that magazine, and then she is now the creative chief officer of Revlon, which is why this brand is coming out under the Revlon umbrella. It'd be weird if it didn't, if she came out with a brand with a different company, you know? So it is under the Revlon umbrella, and I have just been dying to get it. Like, the second it was available on Ulta's website, I was like, I gotta look at all the products. I want to look at everything. Like, I just made a purchase. I purchased 5 things, and I've just been so in love with it. So I will, right off the bat, I have a little bias with the brand. Like, this is one of those brands that I feel, even if I didn't like the product, I'm going to find a way to, like it. Do you have a brand like that, that you would defend even though it's not really that great? You're like, no, it's really good. You just have to change everything you've ever known, and you'll like it. Anyway, that's not the point. The products are actually nice. It's just, even if I found a product I didn't like, I was going to find a way to, like, make it work. Because I want this brand to do well and be successful and grow, and I just love it. I love everything about it because I love Linda Wells so much. So, let's start talking about the products. Ooh, shook the camera a little bit. So I got the eyeshadow palette, I got a powder highlighter, I got a blush, and then I got a cream highlighter and the foundation stick. So, let's start off with the foundation stick, and the packaging is really cute. It's all like a dark brown with pink, obviously, and it's, I just love it. I love everything about it already. So this is the foundation stick. It is teeny tiny. They have a ton of shades. I want to say there were at least 40 shades. It seems like that's the benchmark now, right? 40 or none. Don't even do it then if you're not doing 40 shades. I feel like they had 40 shades. I picked the shade 08 Custard. And this one, when I got it home, I was like, it's not going to match. I tried it on my hand. It looked very yellow, but it blended out perfect, and it looks like it's a great shade match. And the way that they have them on the website, on Ulta's website anyway, is like, it'll tell you the undertones and the color. I think the one that I picked was neutral undertones, light with neutral undertones, which is normally what I get. So yeah, the shade was a great match for me, even though I purchased it online. I did get the foundation online. And I'll twist it all the way up so you can see. Yikes. That's all you get. I don't remember the prices. I will list them all below if you're interested, but I mean, anyway, I already know I'm never going to finish the whole thing up, so I'm not too worried about having a tiny, tiny foundation. The foundation is kind of finicky to me. This is definitely a product that is this way or the highway. Like, you have to use it their way or it's not going to work. I did blend it out with this sponge. So normally when I have a stick foundation or any foundation, I blend it out with my fingers first. I kind of move it around my skin. This is a really thick foundation, and trying to move it around with fingers, you'll pull your skin before you blend the foundation out. Like, it's just not going to go anywhere. But the second I pulled in this sponge, I think it's called the Contour Sponge, and it's from Real Techniques. This is like the best sponge ever. It blended out this foundation. Magic. It was just like, it would move it around easy. It blended so easy as well. No patchiness, no streakiness, no breaking apart during the day. Like, this lasted all day long. I really, really like the foundation, but like I said, it's very finicky. I didn't set it with any powder today, and I don't like to set it with powder. I feel like it looks too thick, like it just feels heavy. But so for the next step, I went in, oh no, I didn't go in with this. I went in with this, the powder highlight. I'll tell you about the cream highlight in a second. So this is the powder highlight. I have dropped this so many times. I don't know why, just this one product keep dropping. And the last night, I actually broke it, and there's a crack in it. It kind of like popped out of the pan. Like, right when I opened it, I was like, oh, it's broken, I know it, and it was. So there's a crack in it, but it came perfectly fine. My brush that I use, let me just grab all the brushes. So this is one of the products that did not go well on top of the foundation. So normally when I grab a brush, this is Real Techniques setting brush. I dab it in there. It does have a little powdery kind of a consistency to it. I tap it off, and normally I hold the brush like this, and I just kind of blend like this. Like, that's just how I do it. It made the foundation look really weird. So I went back with my sponge, patted it back out, went back right to normal. So with the highlighter, I had to pat it on like this and not disturb the foundation too much. So I patted it on, fine. It's a really nice highlighter. I really, really like this. This was the shade called Certain, and this is what it looks like. It has a very pinky undertone or shift to it. I love a pink highlight, so I'm glad I picked this one. And I love it. You see my big old swatch I just did? Ugh. I don't like having swatch marks in my products. Is that weird? I don't know. But anyway, really like the highlight, but like I said, on top of this foundation specifically, I had to pat it on top. But on any other foundation, it works perfectly fine. I just don't know why this foundation is just kind of finicky. The liquid highlight, not the liquid highlight, it's a cream highlight stick, the same size as the foundation. This is a shade called Startle. Oh, God. This is one of the things I was like, I don't really care for it, but I'm going to make an excuse for it because I like the brand so much, but whatever. So anyway, this is how it looks, and I think you get the same kind of amount as you do the foundation. But this one I know I'll never finish. Foundation maybe, but this one not. This is the thickest highlight. So it's very, very thick, and when you feel it, like it just feels really thick. Like I can't describe another way. And it never dries down. It stays this kind of heavy feeling on your skin. I would not put this over foundation. I don't think it looks good on top of foundation, especially if you go like this with the stick. No way, Jose. Like if you want to do a foundation, maybe put it on your finger and dab it in, but I have not liked the way that this has looked on top of any foundation. I do like it. I wore it 3 different times on top of no foundation, just concealer, like days I wasn't wearing a whole lot of makeup, and I loved it because it doesn't have a color to it. And, well, let me see. I kind of just, like, wiped it all away. But when you blend it out on your skin, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Like, see that kind of just dewiness it adds? It's really nice. I do put it on my fingers, though. I put it where I do highlight. I put it on my nose. And I did it all over my eyelids. I just wanted, like, a glossy, wet face. And it was fine. I liked the way it looked a lot. It has no color to it. It just makes your skin look dewy. But it stays thick feeling. And if you're outside in 100-degree heat and you're also sweating a little bit on your face, it kind of... this wasn't my favorite product. It felt very heavy and kind of just thick. It looks nice, but it's not a pleasant feeling on the skin, in my opinion. Next thing I got was the blush. This is the Tender Flesh blush in the shade. I mean, look at the package. They're so cute, right? This is a shade called Pulse. And the blush is very beautiful. It has a thumbprint or fingerprint. I don't know if you could see it. I've kind of worn it away a little bit. But it's very beautiful. Very deep blush. I do have it on today, which is like blush in your face. I already grabbed the brushes. I forgot. I did put it on with the stippling brush because, like I said, it is way too pigmented. With a regular brush, it's just too intense. But I also did get a dark shade. I tap it in here, tap off just a little bit. And with this foundation specifically, normally this brush just blends perfect on top of stuff. This foundation, like, see like the little lines, the dots of the bristles? Those are the exact dots that were all over my face. Like I was dabbing it and I was like, holy crap. So I blended it like this, but then I also went back in with my sponge and had to blend around the foundation on both sides because it just kind of, this foundation just really feels like it needs the products you put on top to become one with the foundation. Like I had to blend in, oh, like a brush hair right here. I had to blend the highlighter in, I blended in the blush, the bronzer I put on, I had to kind of like re-blend it in with the foundation, which I didn't mind. It was just kind of a extra step, and I'm not doing anything today. I'm not in a rush, so I didn't mind doing that. But on the days that I felt like I woke up really early for work, I didn't want to do all this extra blending. There's like a hair right here. I feel it. I didn't want to have to go back in with the sponge every single step and re-blend it, you know. So the foundation, if you have the time to wear it, the products you put on top, I feel need to do a little extra, you know, change up your technique a little bit, which I don't usually mind. That's kind of fun. But not an everyday foundation for me anyway, because it's a little finicky if I haven't said that enough. Anyway, blush, very nice, blends very well, but on top of the foundation, you gotta re-blend it. But on every other foundation, I like the blush. And Revlon's powder blushes are my absolute favorite blushes ever, of all time, of ever. So when I got this, I was like, I bet it's going to be the same formula because it's Revlon, right? And it's not. I actually pulled this product out. I grabbed a Revlon blush. I looked at every single ingredient. And yeah, there are some overlap just because to make a blush, you got to have like general ingredients. But to make a different formula, you know, there's different things. But it's not the same as the powder blushes from Revlon, which I'm glad. And yeah, there's that. It does say it has coconut and sunflower seed oil plus pomegranate and root extracts. This blush is uncommonly soft. Yes, it's a little bit soft. Not as dusty as the highlight, though. And then, last thing I got was the palette. There is only one palette. This is how it looks. The brush is probably going to fall out. It didn't. Cool. Nope, there it goes. It's not important. It's just a teeny tiny little brush. It's not a fluffy brush. It's like a stiff, like flat shader brush. I don't really know what brushes are called, but it's not a fluffy one, I'll tell you that. But this is how the palette looks. I don't know if there was a name on it. It just says, this tidy palette holds 7 perfect neutrals, 1 flashy gold, and 1 brave, bright pink. And this is the way the back of the palette looks, in case you're interested. All the products are made in Italy with international components. It is a cruelty-free brand. I do know that Revlon stopped selling in China 1 or 2 years ago. Did they actually do that? I don't know if they're cruelty-free now as well or not, but I know that this brand is cruelty-free. Anyway, this is how the palette looks. They only created one palette because they wanted it to be universal, so of course they went with like a safe sort of color selection with a nice pink thrown in up there. The pink is the only shade that has given me fallout, and it is a shade that I feel you have to put on with your fingers. I'm like showing you the mirror there. You have to put it on with your fingers because I struggled getting that shade to go well with a brush, any kind of brush. Like, it just would not work. So to put it on my lids today, I did use it with my finger. And yeah, the rest of the shadows I have on, I put on some this one. I actually used some black, believe it or not. I tried to deepen out the outer corners, and I don't know if it came out well. I don't really know how to use black that much, but did I even blend well? I don't know. I was just trying something different today. But every single time I've used this palette, I usually go with this one of these, and then like one of those on the lid. The pink one I have kind of not really loved too much because it is you have to use it with your finger. You have to build it up like crazy. Like to put it on today, like to barely get that pink, I had to like go over and over and over. And then when you get too many layers, it starts looking crepey and weird. So that shade right there is not my favorite in the palette. Like even if they left that shade out, this would have been like a perfect, great, everyday use for everybody palette. And so, yeah, the pink was kind of a disappointment, but the rest of the shades are very, very good. That's the only one that has given me any fallout. Let's do a few swatches. And these have a really nice feeling to them, too. They're really, like, I don't know, is it silky? Is it buttery? They just have a nice, thick, I swatched that on the pink swatch finger, so there's a little pink in there, but there's no pink in that shade. Let's do that one again, because that's actually one of my favorite ones. I really like that one a lot. There it is. That's a better. Really, really pretty. Let's do a couple more on the other side. Whoop. There we go. And there's 2 more shades there. Those are that one and the white one. Yeah, so you get 3 mattes, which are the 3 on the bottom row, all shimmers up here, a couple like metallics that you could build up to look really intense, and one kind of pink one up there. But yeah, palette's nice. I do enjoy it, and I'm glad I got it. And I think it was a good universal palette as well. And that is that. Those are all the products I got from Flesh Beauty. It's not called Flesh Beauty. I kept calling it Flesh Beauty. It's just called Flesh, not Flesh Beauty. Flesh. Those are all the products I got from Flesh. If you've tried any products from this brand, please let me know what they are. Let me know if you got the foundation, what you think of it. If you find it as finicky as I did, I would be very interested to know. And if you tried out this highlighter, let me know how you've used it as well, because I've only found it to work on bare skin. And that is that. Thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you in another one. Goodbye.